Thank you, Senator Crapo. Thank you for getting us together to talk about this massive reckless spending bill that really has two problems. It's bad policy with bad pay-fors. As I travel around Arkansas and really throughout the country, I hear about inflation. Inflation in gasoline, food prices. I hear about the labor market, how difficult it is. I hear about open borders. I hear about the supply chain. Instead of addressing the problems that Americans are so concerned about, Democrats are doubling down with bad ideas and then forcing Americans to pay for those bad ideas. Inflation, labor, supply chain, open borders, all of these things are so very important to the American people, and yet nothing is being done about them. This is what working families in America are concerned about. Now, fortunately, we've been able to beat back some of the crazier things that have been brought out, the stepped-up basis, making it such that you would dramatically increase inheritance taxes. Because of the pushback of the farm community, this would have been devastating to our family farms of small and medium size, also our small businesses, small, medium size. We were able to push that off the table. Sadly, there's a bunch of stuff that's still left. And I think early on, one of the crazy things they wanted to do was to make it such where you had the vehicle miles traveled, where they put a device in your car and it told where you went and the miles that were traveled, and then you got a bill every month. The American people said, no, we're not going to do that. The latest thing that's very much like that is this deal with your banking account. Right now, after you reach a threshold of $10,000 worth of activity, the average American family is $61,000, I believe. Then at that point, your information starts going to the IRS. It's equivalent to vehicle miles traveled in your checking account. So these are things that we're working very hard to defeat, and we're going to continue. We've made great progress, and I very much appreciate the leadership of Senator Crapo. He and his committee have done an outstanding job, and we're going to continue to press forward and try and make it such that the American public realizes that these things are totally out of step with their concerns and all about radical policies that the administration would very much like to get done, but the American families are going to be the ones that pay the bill. Thank you. I think the other thing to this is the idea that we're talking about the biggest spending bill in history, and no Republican has had any input. No Republican at this very late date, and you correct me if I'm wrong. You're in the middle of this.
That's right.
I'm in the middle of it with agriculture. $85 billion is going to be spent. I don't have a clue. I haven't been consulted at all, nor have any of the stakeholders. No hearings, no whatever. But the idea that we would go forward with this massive bill and essentially do it unilaterally is unheard of, I think, as far as precedent in the Senate.